Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Phoenix Club.
Yay.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Phoenix Pod.
It's the Phoenix Pod. I can't do it the same as Lewis. It doesn't work. Where are you, Lewis? Oh, he's working. He needs.
He's bringing home that bacon, player.
He's bringing home the bacon. Yes, I need to.
In fact, he's bringing home that kamikaze lager.
Oh yes,
That's
yes.
for a future episode.
Yes. Is he working or is he going through Calais right now with a van full of beer?
That's a very good question. Because
this could be his excuse. I am working, he says, while tapping his nose.
So this is season 2. Well, it's technically season 3 for us of the Phoenix Pod. This is season 2, episode 2.
Is there a title?
There is a title. I just can't remember because I didn't write it down because I'm an idiot.
I might have the DVD case. I don't think they have them written down though.
It's okay, I'll find it.
No, they don't have them written down.
It's after titled Family Fun Day.
There you go. Yeah, it's like the Ron seal. He just does exactly what it is on the tin. Family Fun Day. And I'll be brutally honest with you, I have been looking forward to this episode. I think I gushed enough about it this last week.
So, and as the episode is described on IMDb, the Phoenix has a grand reopening. Jerry is a new club licensee, but discovers every decision he makes is dismissed by Brian Potter. Meanwhile, Max and Paddy travel to France to buy some cheap booze, but return home with more than just beer.
And you know what I've just realised?
So.
I have not introduced myself.
That is a good point. I don't know. It off again.
We don't know who I am.
They don't know who I am either because I'm not introduced myself.
Who are these mystery people?
I am, of course, your host, AXC, joined once again by a man who is half a man.
I think we nailed it. Unless there's that lag. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out in editing.
Either way, he's stupid. He's allegedly sexy. And he's called Flinders.
It's stupid, sexy Flinders. And it feels like I'm wearing a Lost Art of Wrestling t-shirt. I don't know why I'm wearing it, but I am. I do know, actually, no. I know what I was wearing. I was doing a job in the kitchen and I got myself wet doing it. So I thought, I can't go on this podcast with Coxie looking at me through the webcam, all wet. Things may happen. So I decided to get changed.
In the t-shirt I bought, wearing a t-shirt I bought in Florida for literally like $1.50.
Nothing wrong with that. If it covers the boobs, it does the job. That's all that matters. If it costs $1.50 or $150, it doesn't matter. It all performs.
Oh dear.
Which is why I'm wearing the Lost Art of Wrestling t-shirt, because it's the first one I grabbed. And last time I wore it was at the Takeover, actually.
Way.
Repping at Takeover.
So anyway, on with the episode.
Yes.
As I crack out the Bible.
Absolutely, the Bible, the Holy Bible. The Holy Phoenix Bible.
So to begin with, we open the episode where we're in the Phoenix Club car park, but we then cut to Brian's bedroom where Brian Potter's asleep as his phone rings. With
a brightly coloured, what's the mask? Eye mask, there you go. Very garish, very not Brian Potter.
As he answers the phone with an abrupt, "Who's this?
Who's this?" Yeah.
As we find out, it's Max, but this time it's not a prank call like in with episode 2 when he got rang.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a throwback. Don't forget. Bonjour, Mr. Potter. Je m'appelle Max.
Pantalon oui.
Who's this? As we see Max, Paddy and Alan are standing by the side of a small box lorry.
It says on the side, "Sweet truck all," and it's very, very dirty, shall we say? And there's someone has decided to write on the side of the van, "If you think this van is dirty, you should see my wife."
Very good. So as we see you, I'm not sure Brian's aware, but Max is wearing a beret. Whilst Paddy's yawning and not looking half asleep.
Yeah, he's probably been probably out partying or something the night before, and he's like been dragged out of bed at like 5 a.m.
So Max is on the phone to Brian still with, "It's me, Max. I'm here with Paddy. Just let you know, reporting in." As Brian's like, "Yeah, and?" He's like, "You told me to ring you." "Yeah, when you get to France." It's only 6:30 in the pissing morning.
So where are you? I'm at the club. We're back with Paddy and Alan.
It's 7:30 in France, eh? It's 7:30 in France.
They're an hour ahead. Oh no.
So Brian slams the phone down, and he's hung up.
Is that what he said? He's hung up.
But then, as they cut back to Brian in bed, lying there, it says, "Oh, why are you piss now?" And he picks up his piss bottle.
And it's literally like a 2-litre bottle, isn't it? Like
2-litre bottle. There's probably about a quarter in it already. When he's like, there's no wrapper on it. If it's 2-litre bottle, you see him stick it under the covers.
Just to get the image in your head, it's like a quarter full bottle of Iron Brew with the label ripped off. It's disgusting. And it just like hugs it. He's like he hugs it under the bed, under the duvet.
Oh dear.
Oh dear God, it's absolutely rank, but it's so Brian Potter.
So we in the Phoenix Club, it seems to be like possibly the same time, might be a bit later. Max and Paddy are sitting in the lorry. Max is going to be driving, by the way.
Oh God.
And then we get more lines from Alan.
Hey! He actually says something else later, but somewhat.
So Alan's asking them how much beer they're going to get because he doesn't want them overloading it. To which Max says, "Leave it to us," pretty much.
Yeah, we know what we're doing. Oh God.
Alan lets on it's pretty much it's him who'll be in the shit if anything happens to it. So I'm guessing he's probably rented it in his name, but he's not going for some reason. Well, he's doing the funday, isn't he? So he can't go.
Yeah, I don't know if it's his works van maybe, or he's like side sort of work. I don't know. What he was doing, wasn't he? Sort of like he was in Stranraer with the same van at the beginning of the last season.
No, he had a big HCV, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure he does because the breakdown truck is like Alan's Rescue or something, isn't it?
Oh, I'm not sure.
It's that actually titled, which is like unsubtle as buggery.
Oh, I might be getting Mandela sort of thing again, Mandela effect, whatever it is, again, because I'm pretty sure it said that, but I could be wrong. But I know for a fact it might be just the fact that I'm over recalling this episode, if that makes sense. So it's like I almost know this episode like the back of my hand. And it's like, yeah, he's had a van. He was caught in Stranraer, but I'm pretty sure he had said "Sweet Truck All" on the side, but I could be wrong. But yeah, it could be rented. But yeah, it's him that's going to be in trouble if anything goes wrong.
So as Max lets him know, I used to drive on like this, and he revs it up. Okay, vive la France! Off we go! As he turns over his shoulder to look backwards and driving fucking forwards. And you see Paddy literally jolt to a stop like with luckily he had his seatbelt on. He would have headbutted the glove box, but.
And Alan just looks like, "Oh, for fuck's sake," and walks off.
Along with on the back of it, there's a "How am I driving" sticker with a phone number.
Oh dear me! Should have come up with something with that, just like a copper turn up and like, I heard you. Well, yeah, when you heard you did something later on in the episode, which I don't want to spoil.
So then we cut to the opening credits.
Yeah, the classic xylophone, which Coxie hasn't learnt yet.
Coxie will never learn it. Coxie has enough on his plate.
Oh, well.
So then we get an establishing shot of the car park with the funday preparations all on the move as we keep on moving by 5 playing with Paul Leroy off Chorley FM.
Yeah, coming in your ears as per usual. But yeah, you see them all sort of like getting all sort of the stereotypical sort of like, travelling fair sort of like ride going on, like the sort of like the Ladybird sort of thing, but it's not. It's like the little bikes and, little, you see them everywhere.
Yeah, kids' rides essentially.
Kids' rides essentially, yeah. And setting up and all that lot. And then is it, what's his name turns up in the inflatable, or do we go back to...
Oh, that's in a bit.
Yeah, I'm getting confused. I don't know if it came before or after the, why is there a bike on my wall?
That's coming up because we go into the games room and then you get like young Kenny, he's got the oars and he's sort of doing like a cross with him going, will they fit on there sort of thing?
Oh, yeah,
and then,
just putting random shit on the wall.
We get like, so there's people placing like old books and bottles. There's like a regular sewing curtain, someone else is wearing a plug socket. Young Kenny's up a step ladder, just placing a typewriter on the shelf.
Yeah. Is that my good typewriter?
And then the montage finished with young Kenny was wheeling the bike into the room, which I have a picture of, funnily enough, which is a rally Camaro.
No idea, don't know bikes. Sports cars, race cars, yeah. But
I don't know if you can see that, but
I can see it, but I'm aware of the brand Rally, but I couldn't say that is a Rally X. I couldn't tell you. I'm more into my motor cars.
So then we're back in the games room. We've got Jerry, Kenny Senior, young Kenny. There's Les, Alan, Holy Mary, and Joyce sitting around the snooker table with Brian.
Yep, having a committee.
Having a committee meeting where, as we notice, the bike is now hanging from the ceiling. We get the line of Brian of, well, someone tell me why I've got a bike on the wall. As young Kenny said, it's a theme pub. What theme? Hiroshima? Old shite?
Oh, God. What was it? Oh, God, and it was... But is it after that point you mentioned, just literally after that point you mentioned his typewriter on the wall?
Yeah, is that my good typewriter up there? Get it down. Get it down now.
Even like I say, when this was filmed, the typewriter. This is good typewriter. We got 2001 when this was filmed.
Well, it would have probably filmed in 2000ish. So you're talking Windows 98.
Oh, Windows. I think Windows ME, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck knows. All I know is all others is fucking Windows 98. Get Bill Gates in here.
So as Alan lets him know, it's all the rage. This Brian, loads of pubs are doing it now. But as Brian retorts, we're not a pub, we're a club. But he says, get it all down, get it slung, we'll get it on jumbled sale, we'll sell it today. But as Jerry says, no one, I like it.
I like it, we'll keep it. Everyone in favour, say aye. And everyone just goes aye. And then Brian Potter.
Whoa! I say aye. No, Brian, I'm licensee now. I'm running this meeting, and I say aye.
All those in favour of Jerry saying aye, say aye, and everyone just goes aye.
Right, good. Next.
Right, yeah. Brian just gives it up.
But then, as Jerry's looking at his paperwork, it's what we're going to call our new games room. Now, I propose a Sir Redgrave suite. Sir Redgrave?
This is Brian. You can tell Brian's just being a twat just for the sake of it at this point.
They're giving that to anyone these days, aren't they? Come on, Brian. You won 5 gold medals for rowing.
Yeah, in a row as well, might we add.
As Brian says, oh, big hook. And Les chimes in with, oh, fair play to him. You got to be super fit in that game. You got to have huge upper body strength. As Brian says, don't talk to me about upper body strength, Leslie. I wrote the bloody book. My forearms are massive.
Now, obviously, the line's going along the pines. He doesn't use his legs. He's going for the disability thing. And it just gets twisted the other way.
As Les says, yeah, we all know why that is, don't we? Too much trumpet polishing. But then we get the line from Brian of, hey, toilet mouth. So it's just child's bike outside.
The immortal line that everyone's been used for all over the place many years ago, isn't it? When someone just so much as swore, oi, child's bike outside. Oh, God.
Jerry wants to get on with the meeting, and Brian's still going on about Steve Redgrave and how hard it can be to ride a boat.
Ride a boat? How hard could it be to ride a boat? And then young Kenny's like, I don't know. I imagine it'd be quite hard. You got to hang on and persevere. And Alan says, you don't ride a boat. You row a boat.
To which Kenny says, oh, boats. I thought he said goat.
It's the way he says it as well. He's like, because he's embarrassed as well. He's like, oh, goat. I thought boat. I thought you said goat.
So then we cut to the exterior. Ravon's overseeing some lads setting up. A van with Game Sans Frontiers on the side pulls up alongside the window, with Eric and his mate Lance. With, howdy, where do you want it? What is it? It's an inflatable for Brian Potter. As Ravon says, sounds like a good swap. Set it up out here.
And then this obviously starts inflating it, and then we go back to the committee.
We're back with the committee. Jerry's checking off his list with each person raising their hand. So we got Madam Zelda, fortune teller, Mary. That's me. Les and Alan, you won't bother with me. Kenny Senior, Bouncy Castle.
How much am I charging?
I don't know, 50p.
50p? £1 for 5 minutes. Get them spending.
But then it's the line of, there's people out there with gyros burning all in the shell suits.
Yeah.
Whatever you normally charge and bloody double it. Today's all about making money.
That's a sign of the time, isn't it? Fucking shell suits. And even then, that was old for the time as well.
I thought today about raising the profile of the club. Well, Joe, there'll be a club who's not finished off decorating, will there?
Which he doesn't argue back to.
Well, his counter-argument is not be a club till we get something to drink. And he's like, I told you we can't run a pub without a brewery. As Brian says, the repeated line of balls to brewery. We don't need no brewery. But then, as Brian said, I told you how. The bar tonight will be stocked with a section of hot foreign quality beers known to man. As we sit here wasting time and money, Max and Paddy are on the way to France and points. But then there's Jerry's to France. Yes, France. If my Casio's on the ball, it should be halfway there by now.
Fucking Casio, Jesus.
But then, as we see, they've made it to a service station.
Yeah, I think as well it's the one just outside Bolton as well. I believe the first, is it first stop or something like that? I don't know what it was called.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same one that they use all the time. 100% of it. It's like, I know that place. But then obviously you cut to, what is it, Paddy getting back in the van? Yeah,
Paddy's got like an armful of food in a carrier bag or whatever. And Max is saying, come on, what's all that crap you bought? And Paddy's like, necessities. And a bit of Goldfoot Road. Ding dang do.
And it's a poor mag.
You're going to go blind, Patrick. You what? Who said that? Max? And he's looking around like he's...
He opens it up, doesn't he? And he's like, oh, look at those. It could feed a crash.
Well, then as Max says, they're not real.
And
then Paddy doesn't seem bothered with it. And
yeah.
You want to pace yourself, Patrick. You want to get a bucket in half. Is that all? That's all I got. Right, Jesus Christ.
Bucket and a half, Jesus.
So we're back at the Phoenix Club car park. The bouncy castle been inflated. As it rises slowly, reveal a huge flesh-coloured penis shape protruding from the front of it, with two two egg-like shapes, one on either side. Ray Von and his lads are all standing around laughing and pointing at it.
I'd love to know how they source this. It baffles me. It's like, right, the prop person's got to go, right, well, we need fairground rides. We need a stage.
I'd love to see the prop list, which is which would be
Bouncy
Bouncy Castle plus 20-foot cock and balls.
Bouncy Castle with attached testicles. It's like, where do you get these things?
You have to ring round someone who makes them and be like, it's going to sound really weird, but is there any chance you could like make us a penis?
What gets me though is, why is there a cock and balls attached to a jungle-themed bouncy castle? Because it's like monkeys and parrots on the back of it.
Well, it's also the fact that Eric said it's part of a set.
Do you want to show you? Oh God.
Well, as Eric retorts, you've not seen one like this. Then we're back in the games room with a meeting as Jerry's looking over his list with Cadillac rides. What's that? Rides in the Cadillac. I know, but whose?
Mine. Well, that looks good, doesn't it? We're strapped for cash and you're driving around in a Cadillac.
That Cadillac's my pension, Jerry.
Kind of shuts up then, doesn't he?
He shuts up and leaves it to like Les and Brian, because he's like, can we get on? We've got to rehearse.
Yeah.
Then as Brian's like, don't tell me, tell bloody Keith Moon here with drugs.
Is this something like that? We won't be surprised if we see him snort. I can't remember the line
not
now.
Drugs, the herbal medication, I've told you. And he says, yeah, you'll be shooting up in bloody bogs next.
That's the one.
And then they see the inflatable in the background rising, and they're all outside.
Oh no! Is it all sweet baby Jesus? Oh, was this baby Jesus and the orphans? Or did he not go full barrel on that one?
Where is it? Well, Eric's like, he's pleased to see you. How about that? You all want one, don't you? But then Jeffrey's like, we're struggling as it is here because they're still inside. I'm not going to want to do face painting yet. And then, as Ray says, Brian's like, oh, sorted all out. One of Ray's mates is doing it. And he sees it inflating, and he says, oh my God, sweet Jesus of Nazareth.
Ah, there you go.
Which then cuts to outside of, well, what do you think? It's not a castle. You never said a castle.
You said an inflatable.
We're not having that. That's not inflatable. It isn't inflatable. It's
inflatable
filth. That's what it is. So if you get the belt in line from Kenny Senior, is almost as big as mine. That. As Brian sort of facepalming, sort of slightly looks over at him like you're a dick.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it? Big festival in Amsterdam. It's one of a set. Got the other one in the van. Do you want to see it?
It's like, no, I do not.
You're damn right we're not having it, Jerry. It's going back. But Brian, it's a family fun day, man. Yeah. There's kiddies around. They can't go jumping up and down on a love length.
Now, I don't know. They've obviously got the people behind, all the cast behind him. I don't know if those laughs are actually scripted or they're legit, because I think they're legit.
Oh, no, there's Kenny, young Kenny is literally stood next to him. Before he says it, you can see that he's literally smirking. So it's either multiple takes or he literally just can't keep his shit together for it. And he's like, it's too funny not to keep a straight face at. Like...
Fucking love length.
But it's the fact we go from a love length and then Eric's like, oh what? To which Kenny's like, can't disguise it.
Yeah, we'll put a pop on it and say it's you.
It's not what it looks like, Brian. It's not how it looks. It's a 20-foot cock and balls, man.
It
don't look like nothing else. Get me Zantac, Kenny. It's not happening.
Oh, God, I love this scene. I absolutely love it.
It's also on YouTube, full enough, as well, because I shared it, didn't I?
Yes, you did. So you can
Yeah.
find this. Dead easy.
Eric starts laughing with Brian sort of saying, "What's so funny?" He's like, "Lance, he thinks he has to have it like this." "No, Brian, the cock's optional. All you do is strap it down here, wax some to a pole over it, and hey presto, Sammy Snake."
It's only got one eye.
"Oh no, he hasn't." Ta-da! Gets two like them big massive googly eyes.
Yeah.
What about the balls? Snake's eggs.
Kids love reptiles. Brian, you'll make a fortune. Oh, God.
So then Brian says, "Yeah, stick it in the corner, we'll have it." And as Lance, who's in the van, goes to reverse it, it reveals the big pink paradise at the rear of the club.
Fucking hell. It's just one thing after another this episode. It's amazing.
But then we get a great line from Brian of, "Tell you what, Jerry, you got to ride in the back of your arse in this business."
A Potterism.
So as Jerry's looking off with, "What's that? What's what? That?" As we've got a painted porter cabin, which has been painted bright pink, with Brian Potter and the big pink paradise written on the front of it.
Oh, God. So when you get Brian's dead excited about it, he says he wants to show Jerry, so they go in, and the first thing you see is two fucking urinals on wall.
Leaving Jerry excited, not Brian excited even, going, "That's my big pink paradise. It's for the kids. Come on, I'll show you."
Oh my God, it's a portable toilet.
So
Brian.
they've got a climbing frame, which is pretty much scaffolding.
Yeah, it's got
There's
all
a
the
slide and a ball
edges.
pool filled with tennis balls and footballs. There's a couple of hand dryers with Harry Potter and hurricane dryers on them. And a condom machine with Jerry the Berry's chewy treats written on it.
Was a condom machine. Now, Jerry the Berry's chews, 10p a go. Is it 10p each?
Think so.
I've got in my head how he says it, but I can't remember the line exactly.
We'll have a look in a sec. Because they got scaffolding, you gone mad. Come and fill this. Take a kid's eye out, that. Just bit of bubble wrap, that'd be fine, it'd be right.
Just if you're a wrestling fan, by the way, just imagine about 10 Rey Mysterios around that and you'll get what I mean.
Where do you get these balls from? Off the roof. Give them a rinse, good as new.
Bear in mind, this is the roof that burned down. I don't think I've meant to have noticed that.
Then Brian Potter and the hurricane hand dryers. What's this? He presses the button. They love them, anything like that.
Run through, rushing through the hair.
Potter's all the rage, Jerry. Kids love Potter. You're not good at pictures.
Of course, that shows you how old as well the Harry Potter franchise is.
Yeah.
As well, it's going on 20 years. That's scary.
So I've not forgot you though, Jerry. I've not forgot you.
You're in here.
Look at that, Jerry the Berry fruity penny chews.
That's the one.
Jerry, please God tell me that's not a condom machine.
Was
a condom machine. Now it does penny chews at 10 pence a piece. I don't know how I think them up, Jerry. I frighten myself.
Penny chews, 10 pence each. The robbing bastard.
But Jerry's trying to sort of get it shut down because he's like, it's a bloody death trap.
They'll shut us down. I'm
But Brian
licensing.
says, but it's not finished. It's like everything under one roof, Jerry. That's the future. Playroom for the kids. They'll lap it up.
They'll shut us down. I'm licensee.
But then as Brian's like, oh well, tell papers not to bother coming down. Then he's like, you never said that about papers.
Oh.
Newspapers are coming down, TV were coming out, radio. They're all coming down this afternoon. What should we do the grand official opening?
Yeah.
You never said anything about papers.
It was a surprise. A thank you for, pulling me out the shit, helping with the club.
I'm sure it'll be alright for today, you know what I mean? Like a bit of bubble wrap. Yeah. No, all you got to do now is get into your costume.
Oh, for fuck. What costume? I've told you. Jerry the Berry.
There's a bit of cutaway, and that's the end of part 1.
That's the end of part 1, aye. What a fucking part 1. Oh, God. Actual, just talking about my jaw's hurting. Just talking about it.
Oh, dear.
I said last week I was looking forward to this episode. And it's not disappointed. Not disappointed. And the only thing I've disappointed myself in a way because I didn't listen to the commentary, but I think I might just do that just to do it. I never got round to listening to the commentary, but I will be doing so because any excuse to watch this episode again. Let's be honest.
It depends if they're covering trivia or not. If it's just like where they're just sort of ripping on each other. To be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, there seems because there's more of them in the room doing it. There's more banter going on, but there's a scene later on in this episode where they might elaborate a bit more about where they filmed it there and why. If you get what I mean. We'll probably get there in about another 10-15 minutes, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see why they picked there because there's,
Interesting. So anyway, we're back with part 2.
Yeah.
It's the main road to the Phoenix Club, and Jerry's in his berry costume, which is the at the Phoenix funday. Come and join the gang.
Oh, you've actually got the lyrics written down, haven't you?
I've got the full lyrics written down. I'm not going to sing it though.
Oh, boo.
But it's if it's the bit I'm thinking of, it's also this where you got like Brian sat there with he's literally doing his little sort of
he's doing a little dance in his chair.
All that sort of hoop. But then has he got like ice creams as well, or is that like another scene?
No, he has got ice creams. He's got ice creams.
Got ice creams, and he's doing his little sort of.
I think partway through the song he was eating one, and then as the song's like sort of going on, he does sort of like lift his arms up and down, like sort of alternatively with the ice creams in his hand.
Oh dear. So then we cut to Max in the this cash and carry in France.
Yeah, in France. Yeah, definitely France.
He's still got his beret on, and Paddy's pointing out English products with, "Hey Max, look at these, the Cadbury's Fingres."
Yeah, there's Cadbury's Fingres. Yes.
Cadbury's chocolate, French. There's two Oriental men bump into Max and Paddy with You France? You what? You French? France? No, not France, my friend. We're English, my friend. We English, rule Britannia.
Oh, rule Britannia! Just to set the scene as well, they're like sort of pushing trolleys around a cash and carry, aren't they? Essentially.
Yeah.
So.
It's not us being racist for no reason.
No. But yeah, I noticed as well the amount of beer that they get in and the small trolley that they're pushing.
unless they've sort of done it as like a side order and then they're just sort of pushing it around, getting bits for themselves, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Probably another Razzle magazine or something like that.
But so we've got the two Oriental gents talking to themselves in their own language, as Max says to Paddy, "Beautiful language, Patrick, beautiful." But then Paddy says, "What are they?" I haven't got a clue.
No idea, no clue.
Then we're back at the Phoenix Club. We'll get a bit of a montage of the family fun day in full swing with general people eating food, children on ride, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We got Ray Vaughan on top of a fire escape with a tape player and his full sort of set with a Shabba. That's my welcome everyone to Fun Day at the Phoenix. What have we got to use today? We've got a bouncy castle and Sammy the Snake.
Yeah. And they said, "Do you fancy yourself as next Michael Schumacher?"
As Kenny Senior's talking to kids, saying, "Take your shoes off the snake."
Oh yeah.
But then as Ray Vaughan's, you hear a voice over Ray Vaughan saying, "Don't look at his eggs. They're coming to the rebirth of the Phoenix Club. Come and enjoy yourself. Spend a little bit of money." And I'm sure he finishes it off with, what was it later on? Oh no, it's later on, I think.
It was something about, like I say, the Michael Schumacher comment. So they might fancy come and join was it the mobility scooters? Or the turbo scooters or something like that?
That's a bit later on.
Is it?
Yeah, we got a montage first of like the guy spray painting children's faces.
Oh, God, with the spray paint.
Yeah. And
When you think about it, all the kids have got them on, and then something else happens later.
But then we get another montage, which is the Mobo carts, which is the mobility carts.
That's the one.
But the sign's been changed from £3 to £3.60.
Yeah. And it's like, fancy yourself as the next Michael Schumacher? Was it push the speed limits and stuff like that? And it's like, was it? Why should
the physically impaired have all the fun? Jump on board, break the speed limits.
And then there's a woman that's like a problem with was it a woman or a bloke? They're on the mobility scooter and it's not moving, and they're just sort of like trying to shuffle it forward.
I think it's a bloke, isn't it? I think
might be a bloke. I don't know.
But then we got Madame Zelda's tent as Mary sitting behind a table.
You got fake pictures of her sat with celebrities. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, you got a picture of Cannonball. This is where the picture of Cannonball is.
So got another voice from Ray Vaughn saying, "Why don't you check out your future with Madame Zelda? Maybe you don't have a future. Who knows? You pay the money, you take your choice." As Holy Mary's like, "Enter my child," and there's some customers like, "I wondered. First, cost me and me gold." The customer goes, "Gold?
Gold, yeah, a pound."
Holy Mary breaks down to us, "A pound, love."
Yeah. Two questions for £1. That's expensive, isn't it? Yes. And your second question? He always cracks me that every single time. He's like, "Yeah, and your second question?"
Then we've got there's the jumble sale bit where with Joyce running it as someone's holding up Jerry's clothes.
Yeah.
With his wife nods, so he buys them.
The world's worst jumper, by the way.
Well, we get the voiceover from Ray of a fabulous jumble sale, a selection of books, sporting goods and clothing. Shabba, go and check them out.
Some of them may belong to you.
But then we jump to the car park with Brian's big pink paradise.
Oh, God, yeah.
As ladies and gentlemen, I now declare Brian Potter's big pink paradise open. As he tugs on a rope and it opens the door.
Yeah. And the old kids start piling in.
But hey, there you go. Whoa, £2. £2 a kid. Come on, £2 a kid.
Yeah. He just puts his arm in front of the parents. Oi, pay.
So then he's joined by the reporter asking him what the funday is made of, and as Brian lets him know, it's the new phoenix rising from the ashes even. Everything under one roof, that's the future. She said, "Oh, is the new licensee Jerry St. Clair around?"
Oh, he's around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. And he's getting pushed around by a bunch of kids. Like on his side when he's rolling down the path, and you just hear, Brian, get him off me, Brian." Yeah, and then we've got the picture of him getting shoved around.
So then we cut to the hypermarket where we've got Max and Paddy with, "Who are you texting? What? Who are you texting? Potter, let us know we're coming home." As they're pushing the trolley full of beer across the road, it nearly gets hit by a van. As Max says, Max stops and, "Whoa, Libya, the dickhead.
You see?
Can't you see?"
Like he was in the wrong. I also noticed a little touch, just a little touch. I said to you, I recognise my cars rather than my bikes.
Yeah.
All the cars that you can recognise are French. Just to, because there's a little green hatchback that goes past, and it's a Renault Clio, and I only recognise that perfectly because that is the first car that my wife ever had. When she passed us, she got a green Renault Clio, and it was identical to that car.
Very good. So then we got Brian's at Sammy the Snake with Kenny Senior.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Yeah, Yeah, I had to blow one up once from my mouth. Did you? Oh, hi. But as Brian says, keep that snake tied up. So Brian's mobile rings, and it's oh no, it's a text actually. It's hey up. It's a text message which reads, mission accomplished, on our way back with booze, M&P.
Max and Paddy. Oh, aye.
So then they're loading up the lorry, they stop to drink a can of beer. Oh, I tell you, it's beautiful, this.
There's a massive belch from Max there as well, like proper like.
As Paddy logistically questions, hey, I've got a shitload of this. How am I getting back through customs? Don't worry, piece of piss.
Piece of piss.
I've got a plan.
I nicked that phrase for years, by the way, after I first watched this.
What, piece of piss?
Piece of piss. Like, literally, like, when, like, if I think of something, try to think of a plan, it's like, piece of piss, I've got a plan.
So it's then, we're back in the car park with Brian and Jerry walking through the funday. I can't believe you did the opening without me. Well, you were busy, Jerry. You're busy playing with children. Look at them, they love you. You're like the Pied Piper.
Well, yeah, followed by rats. Well, you can't say that. They're a future. So now we've had garlic bread. We've had garlic bread. All everything under one roof, and now kids. They're all the future.
Yeah, but Brian's like, they're the future, Jerry. But then Jerry's like, I look like an idiot. You don't look like an idiot. You're like a berry, Jerry. Ridicule is nothing to be scared of. But as a kid jumps on Brian, hey, will you sod off? I'm not a ride.
Just bring back the birch.
Bring back the birch, little swines.
Oh, God.
But they get the mobility carts drive through a shot of them as Brian and Jerry just watch. So then we get a montage of Brian's Cadillac with young Kenny just like taking money and just trying to like shove them into the car.
Yeah.
And as he bangs on the roof, it drives off.
Yeah, it's like an impossible amount of people in that car. Yeah.
More like an illegal amount of people in that car.
Well, this is it. I mean, Cadillacs are big cars, but come on, there's like 20 people in that car.
So then we get another montage with a darts game where it's 3 darts for £1, and if you hit 3 playing cards, you win a prize. This is the guy playing, and he gets I think 2 in a. It hits the card, and then there's a.
I think 2 miss.
There's a guy.
2 miss, and then the one hits the card, and then there's a guy behind it with a hammer, and just knocks it out. And he goes, that's bollocks, that is. I want my money back. He says, oh, gravity's a bitch.
Oh dear. So then we're back at the docks. Max and Paddy address as priests.
Paddy's still got his poor mag out.
Priests? You never seen Cannonball Run? Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. worked for them. But there's Paddy asks, which one am I? Never mind, one you shift your porn mag and put your rosemary beads on. Oh no, you put your rosemary beads on.
Yeah, rosemary beads. It's like a Maxism.
But then as Paddy's like, oh, I don't know, you reckon? As we see there's a customs officer pulled a van over with another 3 priests in, and one of them smoking, black shirt, dog collar, get jeans and trainers on.
It didn't work for them.
But then as we cut back to the customs officer, they wave Paddy forward. Well, they wave the lorry forward, even, sorry. And then we see Max and Paddy just naked from the waist up, both sweating.
Yeah.
Everything all right, boys? Oh, yeah. Everything's fine.
What's in the back? Just stuff. And then it starts kicking off at the other car where the priests were.
There's a couple pinned to the ground. One's pinned to the van, and another one tries to make a run for it.
Yeah.
As the customs officer says to Max and Paddy, he's like, "Wait here." As Max, they're both sort of watching, and then Paddy's like, "Go on, Max, floor it." How do we get out of here? I'll give you a clue. Look at that sign over there. EXIT.
Excite. Exit.
Indicates, and we're out.
Yeah. And this is in Calais, not Fleetwood, isn't it? Oh, Dover, sorry.
Oh, it
Dover.
is definitely in Dover, yes.
It's definitely Dover. It's
and
not
definitely
Fleetwood.
not Fleetwood Port.
Definitely not Fleetwood Port when it was actually very busy. It's definitely not Fleetwood, driving towards what used to be Fleetwood Pier. Yeah, definitely not. 100% not.
So then we cut back to the Phoenix Club. It's sort of night time now. And it's showtime with Les Alanos and Jerry the Berry.
Oh, yeah, they're all on stage. Everyone's crowding round.
There's Jerry is singing Walking on Sunshine. Brian with his vase is also watching.
Oh, they had the bird bars this time.
As Den Perry arrives with his cronies, puffing on a cigar.
Yeah, doesn't he just blow smoke into Brian Potter's face to get his attention?
Yeah. As Brian's like, what do you want? Got to congratulate you, Potter, on your new open air club.
It's like, you got some cheap bean here? Or some face or something like that.
We say, right bin here, well, sod off, eh? We wouldn't be out here if it weren't for you. It's not an open air club, it's Family Fun Day. Family Fun Day in November.
In November? I thought you had a bonfire. Oh, you've already had that.
So then we cut to Sammy the Snake, and it's starting to overinflate.
The same kids that were pushing Jerry around before.
So then Jerry's sort of performing the rap part of Walking on Sunshine. Den's looking over at Jerry. He's like, your lad's let himself go. Is he on steroids? No, he's a Perry-berry. He's Jerry the Berry. As Den Perry replies, is he? He looks like something Disney forgot to draw.
Fucking hell.
So then we're in the gents with young Kenny's. He's trying to wash his makeup off from having his face painted before.
Yeah.
Scrubbed his face with water and nothing happened. Tried it again, nothing happens. Tried it again, nothing happened, looking on puzzled. There's Kenny Senior watching from the front of the stage, who's then he's left the bouncy castle unattended.
Yeah.
And we get some kids jumping up and down behind Jerry as they turn the lever on the compressor that increases its power, then run off. As I've now got written here in the notes, the inflatable cock inflates higher and rises up out of the tarpaulin. We cut to the front of the stage to see it rise up in all its glory. It continues inflating. Jerry is still singing.
It's Gerard. Oh, God.
We've got Brian who's taking a drink, just a double take, as Den Perry's cronies are laughing and the audience reaction is mixed.
They cut to a boy's face who's laughing his tits off.
Then we cut to Brian saying, "Get it down!
Get back, it's gonna blow!"
There's Kenny Senior's trying to pull it down. You've excelled yourself this time, Potter, eh? Family Fun Day, eh? There's Kenny Senior's, it's gonna blow! Get back! There's Den Perry's, oh Christ. And we just hear a big bang and see the crowd showered with debris.
You just hear babies crying and things like that.
And funny enough, there's actually a still of it in the book.
Of the inflatable penis?
Yeah. But it was there's interesting trivia actually from this for this scene on IMDb, if you can find it. So it says the inflatable penis was meant to explode on camera, but it was deemed too impossible to accomplish. The only possible way was to show it exploding off screen. So a cannon was used to shoot out pieces of latex at the audience.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing that's probably from the commentary or something.
I'd assume so, yeah. I mean, how else would they know?
Mm.
But I don't get how exploding it would be impossible. You just pump enough air in it, just go bang. But I suppose it's the effect they're after.
Yeah.
Because if it's unpredictable, isn't it? It could just split and just air comes out or whatever. If you want the actual explosion,
yeah,
It's the only way to guarantee it is just shove something in a can and then just fire it at people.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's probably why they've done it.
So then we get they're back in the games room. With loads of collection tins on the snooker table.
Yeah, they're just tipping them out.
Brian and young Kenny are counting the money. With come on, bring it on. As young Kenny sort of goes on like his makeup. I tried everything. I tried Swarfiga, soap and water, everything they've got. As Brian, you tried bleach.
Battery acid.
Battery acid, that's a good remover.
Yeah. And Kenny just looks like, oh, for fuck's sake.
But then, as Brian's like, well, don't scrub too hard. You're not looking like my lad away. Face like a smacked arse. What's the matter with you, man?
What's the matter?
Jerry's standing in the corner wearing a woman's fur coat, no pants and flip-flops. He's still got a red face.
Yeah. What's the matter? It's my first week in his license C. I'm stood here looking like a gay Satan.
Someone sold all my clothes as jumble. We roll around park all day dressed as a hernia, and I've got 12 people in hospital with rubber burns.
Scottish poet in it.
When Kenny Senior walks in and Brian asks, "You sweat that cock up, you?"
Did a cracking line as well. Yeah, most of it. One of the balls went over next door's garden. Won't give it back.
Very funny. But then he says, Max and Paddy are here with your beer. As the lorry is parked, Max and Paddy are opening it up. As we get Brian, Jerry, Kenny Senior, young Kenny, Ravon, Les, Alan and Madam Zelda all stood round with, wait till you see this. And Brian, rubbing his hands together, crack it open and let the good times roll.
Yeah.
So we cut to the back doors. Max opens them. We get the two Oriental men who we saw at the cash and carry before, holding bottles and surrounded by empties.
Yeah, absolutely.
We then recognise Max and Paddy as Rule Britannia! And Brian, Rule Britannia? And we cut to the credits.
Yay! Which is another audition. Which is, for me, one of the better ones. It's there's a lady that's, I shall say, she's like sort of like scantily clad in like a sort of like a leather bikini top, like a leather skirt and what have you. And she's got 4 balls like held in her fingers and her hands. And Brian's like, oh, juggling. And she starts to sort of motion that she's going to juggle. But then she stops and waves a finger at him. And Brian's like, oh, no. So then,
what's she doing?
She gets on her knees, facing away, sort of thing, and she runs like a backwards roll. So her backside sort of pointing to this guys and goes, and they'll go, hang on a minute, she's not got nothing, and all of a sudden you just start seeing ping pong balls sort of flying out. Oh, what's that? And one bounces off the floor.
Les goes, she's not wearing any.
Yeah, and it all starts.
I know, I can see Leslie. What's she doing? And we start seeing ping pong balls flying over the place. You see a little twitch every now and then. A ping pong ball just flies out.
Yeah. One bounces and hits Brian sort of on the shoulder. He sort of shies away from it.
Brian's going, next. No.
Next. He only had 4.
Where are they coming from? He only had 4, and one flies out, pings him in the forehead, and then like rolls down to his shoulder.
Yeah.
And you just hear him go, oh.
It's so one of the better ones. I fucking love it. But yeah, you just hear him just repeatedly shouting next. Panic stricken. Fucking funny. And that's episode 2. Oh,
God.
God.
That is episode 2 of series 2.
If you smoke, have a cigarette. It was that good. Oh, man. Yeah, that for me, up to this point, was the funniest episode we've had so far. By a mile.
I think it's definitely funny.
It's up there, 100% up there.
It's up there. I think there's episodes in like season 1 I preferred more. But this one still does have some cracking moments in it and some cracking lines.
Oh, it's full of them. It's full of them. I mean, La beer, la dickhead, you know.
They've just got that cock up.
Yeah, swept that cock up. Oh, God. It's a 20-foot cock and balls, man. Look like nothing else.
Can't jump them down on a love length.
Oh,
The
God.
one that always stood out to me when I first watched it was, no, Brian, the cock's optional.
I'm broken. I'm sorry. I'm absolutely broken.
Oh, dear.
It's just as good talking about this episode. It really is, as watching it. I urge anyone now listening to this to go and watch it straight away, because it's that good. It really is that good. I mean, there was a reason me and Lewis were looking forward to doing season 2 of Phoenix Nights, and yeah. I mean, I saw this. This was the first series I saw. This is my first exposure of Peter Kay.
Right.
Watching this series, and it was like, yeah, I couldn't have got a better baptism, really. You know, when we started doing season 2, I was like, yes, this is my fucking territory right here. This is my comfort zone. I've seen it that many times. I absolutely adore it. Any excuse to watch it, especially this episode.
Yeah.
It's up there. It is up there. And I'm not going to say it's the best episode this season. It isn't. Certainly one of the funnier ones, though. I make a differentiation to this because there's an episode later on coming up which I think is even better than this episode. And the fact of the matter is I can think of at least 2 episodes which are on par with this episode, if not better. And this season. And this is my reaction to this episode. So it's... Yeah, I absolutely adore this series. Absolutely adore it, and I can't wait to do the next one because I fucking love it. It's almost like we need. If this is the wrestling equivalent now, we need a fluffer match. We need a fluffer match.
Having seen the first page of the book of what the next episode is like I'm already looking forward to it.
Oh,
so
you'll have to remind me off air what it is. We'll leave that as a surprise for our faithful listeners who are a lot more than we was thinking we was going to get.
It's insane.
Yes,
and I'm still baffled, in fact, by the fact that Peter Kay thing, The Arena, is the most listened to episode.
I
have no idea why.
I don't know why either, but...
Why is everyone listening to that episode? Can you please let us know?
Yeah,
Any closure?
Yes, let us know in any way you can. Smoke signals, anything. Just let us know. Let us know why you seem to be downloading The Arena. Not that we're complaining. Keep downloading it. But we're just puzzled as to why that one's so much more successful than anything else. But that being said, all the other episodes are doing great, which I can only say... Thank you. Thank you so much for listening and enjoying our podcast and giving us feedback, because we are getting feedback.
We are indeed, and it's to be fair. I know we talked about doing this 2-3 years ago, roughly.
Yeah, me and you have had this concept going on, and it's always a work in progress for a couple of years now, because we both love Phoenix Nights. We've both been quoting lines all over the show.
Because I remember when I pitched it to you, and you didn't at first. When I first mentioned it to you, you didn't seem overly keen on the idea of like no one's listening to that. And it's
how fucking wrong was I?
You shit the bed on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. That aged well. But yeah, I'm glad I was wrong.
It's mad to see how it's taken off, and and I'm thankful for all the listens, and if you're sharing it and telling your friends and that.
Absolutely.
Right.
And if it's encouraging people to actually pick up the DVDs, and I don't mean going onto the streaming sites and watching them, I'm hoping that when we're covering the commentaries, we're putting over how it's almost essential that you listen to them, because you pick up tidbits that you wouldn't get. And we was literally last episode, I was going to do a 5-minute bit on the extras for that Peter Kay thing. it got to the point where it's going to need its own episode because it's that jam-packed. In fact, it's almost going to be somewhat of a mini-series, I reckon, because if it's season 1 and season 2 of Phoenix Nights are the same, we're going to have to give them separate episodes as well.
It could be the same case for Max and Paddy. I don't know if that has commentary or not.
It does have commentary. It does have commentary. I've not checked the extras, but it will have them.
Yeah.
I will have a look see because I have the DVD. So I will have a look see. But yeah, if like I say, if this is encouraging people to go to places to get these DVDs and watch it and with the commentary and things like that themselves and enjoy the extras, then I'm more pleased about that as well because they need to be enjoyed. If you're just streaming the episodes, you're missing out on so much. You really are. Well,
to be fair though, you can pick up that Peter Kay thing for what, £1, £1.50
it's pennies.
on Music Magpie or Poundland or whatever on the Poundland website, and it's 2 discs and you get 7 episodes plus the commentary and the deleted scenes.
Yeah, for less than the price of a coffee from Starbucks, you get so much more enjoyment out of it. You go to Music Magpie and it's free delivery. You've got no excuse. This is where I got all mine from. And I probably spent net less than £15 getting everything. And one of them discs cost me £8.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's ridiculous. In fact, it was the Max and Paddy's Road to Nowhere one, which cost the most. So, but yeah, again, I can say thank you for enjoying our product or what we're doing because we're enjoying what we're doing. I'm hoping that's coming across, and that is why people are listening.
It better be. I don't know if I noticed, but
I think it's half the air was us laughing on this one. So
yeah. Well, that's our episode. So plug time.
Yeah, I suppose so. It's plug time. But yeah, you can find me on the RAD Live podcast. We've not done one for a while, but I was supposed to record one last week, but I had a tech problem. My internet provider decided to be an absolute dick. So, yes. Go a certain company with the initials of TT. But yeah, you can find me on the RAD Live podcast. We are on all the good podcast catchers out there, Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Music, you name it. We've got the back catalogue on YouTube as well, should anything happen. We're on Twitter at UKRAD Podcast. We're on Facebook, just look for the name. And you can also find my alter ego Steve at Steve AOTGTMP on Twitter, who usually, retweets stuff about Gunpowder and usually rips the piss out of Rogar. And speaking of GTMP, you can find them on Twitter at Treason No. But also, I want to say congratulations to Cookson and everybody that way on that to do with Gunpowder, Treason No Plot for reaching episode 100.
Woo!
Woo! And also, can we say congratulations, Bunkle?
Woo!
Hey, for adding to the populace. Congratulations, man.
If you're listening, congratulations from us all.
Yes.
And of course, you can find the Lost Art of Podcasting on Facebook. We're on Twitter at Lost Art of Podcast. We're also on Instagram at Lost Art of Podcasting. You can find us on Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all of the good podcast providers. We're currently in the process of trying to get on the Amazon podcasts, but it's currently a work in progress. And
we'll get on there.
You can follow our sister pod if you're into wrestling, the Lost Art of Wrestling, on all the same providers, and we're also on Twitter at LAOW Podcast. And I need to give a special mention to our friends over at the Rank Bank podcast.
Yes.
So the Rank Bank is a light-hearted game podcast hosted by Joe and Chris. In each episode of the Rank Bank, guests are asked to rank their top 3 of a given category. They actually released an episode today on the day we're recording, which is Thursday, and it's about chocolate bars.
Oh, okay.
So you can find them on Twitter. They're at Rank Bank Pod. You can also find them on Podchaser. And I believe they're on Facebook. Forgive me, guys, if you're not. If not, it's all the more reason to set up a Facebook page.
Absolutely. What was that topic they do? The top 3 chocolate bars.
Top 3 chocolate bars, yes. But they've done. The first episode they did was. Got my phone up here. So the first episode was biscuits. Episode 2 is alcoholic drinks. Episode 3 was modes of transport, and episode 4 is chocolate bars.
Right. Well, that's Snickers, Bounty, and Toffee Crisp. There you go.
Light or dark Bounty?
It's got to be dark. No. Normal Bounty. Normal.
Sorry, milk or dark even then?
Milk, yeah, milk. We'll go with milk. Dark's good, but milk's better. I'll take Bounty however it's thrown at me. A bit like the coffee, really. Preferably without the thrown part, because that's usually...
See, normally people at Christmas, when they have all the bounties left in their like celebrations or heroes, whatever it is, celebrations, isn't it? And you're the one person who's like, who has no bounties left. You just, like,
No. In this house, it's the Milky Ways that get left. In this house, is a fucking free-for-all for bounties.
Milky Ways are the best ones.
See, this house is backward. I love it that way, though.
Yeah. You can't beat a bit of organised chaos.
Absolutely.
Like the Phoenix family fun day.
See, that's my excuse when I don't tidy up organised chaos. I know where, if it's on the floor and it's in front of me, I can see it and I know where it is.
Well, that's it for this episode. I've been AXC.
And I've been supposedly sexy Flinders.
And what's she doing?
Next!
For what?
Next!
Oh, there'll be lots of laughter here today.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Come and join the fun in our parade. Mums and dads, boys and girls, grannies and granddads too. We've got lots of incredible things for you at the Phoenix Fun Day. Come and join the gang